While the rest of the country was distracted by the holidays, San Francisco's leadership was busy moving in the shadows. They didn't want a debate, they wanted a done deal. Without a single camera rolling or a public gallery to bear witness, they signed a law that doesn't just tweak local policy, it fundamentally rewrites the American social contract. You weren't supposed to notice, and that's exactly the point. In the dying days of December 2025, as the fog settled over the bay, Mayor Daniel Lurie pulled a maneuver that has left the city, and frankly, the whole country, in total disbelief. There was no big press conference, no town hall, no transparency whatsoever. Lurie quietly put pen to paper on an ordinance to establish a reparations fund, breathing life into a 2023 radical proposal that most people thought was dead and buried due to the city's crumbling finances. This wasn't some routine paperwork update. It was a cold, calculated move to dodge the eyes of a public already fed up with City Hall's constant failures. By picking the dead of the holiday season, they effectively gagged the opposition before it could even get to the microphone. The message to you, the taxpayer, is loud and clear. Your voice is a distant second to the political games of the Board of Supervisors. This is a massive break from the past. Even previous administrations had the sense to admit the kind of irreversible fiscal damage a plan like this would do to a city already on life support. To really get why this is so dangerous, you have to look at the actual math. San Francisco isn't just short on cash. It's staring straight into a financial black hole with a deficit clearing the $1 billion mark. You see it every day. Businesses closing shop, downtown looking like a ghost town, and the streets becoming a living billboard for urban decay. And yet, this new fund is the first step toward $5 million payouts, total debt forgiveness, and 2.5 centuries of guaranteed checks. It's pure fantasy, but critics say that's not the point. The point is conditioning. They're getting you used to the idea of a massive seizure of taxpayer wealth to fund a program that legal experts are already calling flat out discriminatory. The mayor claims no public money is being moved right now, but he's building the plumbing for a wealth transfer of historic proportions. The gap between what the city actually has in the bank and what these politicians want to spend is becoming a powder keg. It makes you wonder, who is actually running this city, and whose future are they really building? The legal world is already on high alert, sharpening their pens to kill this ordinance in court before the ink even dries. Scholars are pointing out the obvious. You can't build a government fund based on race, even if you're begging for private donations, without running headfirst into the Constitution. This isn't just some dry policy debate. It's a war over the very soul of the American legal system. Opponents see this for what it is, a desperate act of virtue signaling that dangles a carrot in front of some while fueling deep bitterness in everyone else. Even the local NAACP isn't buying it, calling that $5 million number arbitrary and a total distraction from the real issues like failing schools and rising crime. It looks less like justice and more like an attempt to gut the idea of meritocracy in favor of a system built on grievances from a past that today's taxpayers didn't create. As the first lawsuits are filed, get ready for a legal circus that's going to burn through millions more in fees, money the people of San Francisco don't have to lose. What starts in San Francisco rarely stays there. This midnight signing is a strategic opening shot in a much bigger war for the country's future. If this fund stands, it becomes the blueprint. It tells every other city in America that they can bypass the voters, ignore the democratic process, and start redistributing wealth however they see fit. We're watching a radical shift in what local government thinks it's for. Instead of cleaning up the streets or stopping the crime wave, they're diverting your resources into social experiments designed to divide us further. The trust between the people and the people in power is at a breaking point. Families who have spent generations in this city are waking up to a reality where their hard work is being used to fund a vision they never asked for and never voted on. As we head into 2026, the fallout from this holiday season stunt is going to hit like a ton of bricks. This is the moment for a real opposition. It's time for citizens to decide. Do you let your city be remade in the dark, or do you finally demand a return to common sense and fiscal sanity?